Chris Rock finally responded to the slap that happened, I believe, last year, in which Will Smith slapped Chris Rock on live TV for the whole world to see. And it became a whole internet meme. He has a new special out called Selective Rage, which I had like a chance to see like a little bit of it. I haven't really watched everything, but I have seen the part where he talks about the Will Smith thing. And man, let me tell you something. Let me see if I could I'm not even going to put the video up. I'm just going to, hold on. Y'all just give me a second. All right. Okay. Now, I'm just going to play it, and I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to put the video up. I'm just going to put up, pieces of it, of the pieces of it in audio form. And yeah, I'm just going to comment in between all that. So let's go.
Y'all know what happened to me. Getting smacked by Suge Smith. Fucking knows. Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago. Fucking last week, I got smacked.
He said last week.
People did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ear.
Now, as you know, he has been saying his comment or comments about what he was going to say for the longest of time. Everybody wanted to know what Chris Rock thought about what happened to him at the Oscars. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like in a lot of ways, the best thing Chris Rock could have done was be quiet about it. And honestly, I'm going to be fair. If he never talked about it, that would have been cool too. Because it'll be like a thing of mystery. Like it has been a mystery. Dang, what does he think about it? What, is he going to say anything about it? Bro, you literally were embarrassed on national television. So I think this is definitely, I think my whole thing is like this. I feel like you can't tell somebody how to react. You can't tell somebody who was a victim of something that happened to them, but is not playing like their victim. You can't tell them how to react. And especially somebody like Chris Rock, who is a comedian. He's a public entertainer. So it's his job to tell jokes. Why would movie star Will Smith get up on stage and do that in front of everybody? First of all, you're black. Second of all, the person you assaulted is black. Y'all supposed to be brothers. Y'all have known each other for quite the longest time. How would you let yourself succumb to all the backlash that has been put out by y'allself? All the things that have happened and that y'all have put on the internet and that has been seen by the internet and has been commented on by legitimately all your fans, all spectators, all haters, and just decide hit him on stage like that. I don't know.
But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. No, it's never gonna happen. No, fuck that shit. I took that hit like Pacquiao, okay? Shit, man. Did it hurt? Yeah, motherfucker, it hurt. And people are, well, you guys are fighting all the time. We're not fighting. First of all, I know you can't tell on camera. Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. We're not the same size, okay? We're not. This guy, Will Smith does movies with his shirt off. You've never seen me do a movie with my shirt off. If I'm in a movie getting open heart surgery, I got on a sweater. Corn and Pootie Tang. I did not have any entanglement. And for people that don't know, and everybody know, Will Smith and his wife was fucking her son's friend, okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit. But for some reason, these niggas put that shit on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that fucking low down. What the fuck? We all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. They're like, hey, I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel?
And yet again, he's He's referring to the entanglement with Jada and August Alsina, and of course the red table talk that happened with Will Smith and Jada sitting down and basically asking, Jada asking Will Smith, what did you think about it, and blase, so on and so forth.
Fuck would you do that shit? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Okay? And by the way, he does that shit. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. I tried to call the motherfucker and give him my condolences. He ain't pick up for me. Everybody called that man a
Wow.
And the drink champs called him a fucking bitch.
And at this point,
everybody called him a bitch and called his wife a.
And at this point, it don't even feel like a joke anymore. It just feels like he's just getting it out. It don't even feel like a joke anymore. It just feels like he's just getting out what he's been holding in for like the longest. He's been holding it in. Remember, he said that he didn't get, like, if y'all notice, Chris Rock didn't go to the internet. He didn't go to Wendy Williams. He didn't go to Oprah. He didn't go to The View. He didn't go to The Talk. He didn't go to none of these places and tell them what he thought about Will Smith hitting him. That's how you know it's for real and it's deep like that. He locked it all away for the right moment to deliver all of the dragon he could drag out of the Smith family. Not even just Will and Jay, but the Smith family, bro. He been waiting to get his vengeance, and he finally did. I don't care what nobody say. The most dangerous person in the world is somebody who holds on and suppresses every emotion, anger-wise, every fiery thought that they have about something. And when they release it, you better stay home and don't come outside. I'm telling you.
What the fuck? What the fuck? I do nothing to this motherfucker, okay? Whatever. Years ago, his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host because her man didn't get nominated for Emancipation. The biggest piece of shit ever. Okay? And then so the nigga gives me a fucking concussion. No, not Emancipation. I fucked up the joke. Concussion. She fucking said he should quit because Will didn't get nominated for concussion. What the fuck? What the fuck? So did I do some jokes about it? Who gives a fuck? That's how it is. She started, I finish it, okay?
Now, if y'all don't know, let's go back in history. So, Chris Rock did, I believe he hosted the Oscars back in like 2016, if I'm not mistaken, right? So this is around the time that, just like he said, Will Smith didn't get nominated for a movie called Concussion, in which he played like a Nigerian doctor. It was the doctor who had discovered like concussions were happening with NFL football players, and they did a movie on that. And they had Will Smith play the Nigerian doctor. He did that movie, and it was like, I believe it was horribly received. I believe it was horribly received. It was a horribly received movie. I think Will Smith was so overwhelmed by the fact that he didn't get nominated by that they turned that into a whole thing where like, oh yeah, we should boycott the Oscars. We should boycott the Oscars because Will Smith is a very decorated actor, and it's a crime that he didn't get, nominated. And they tried to turn it into a thing where it's like black actors and actresses don't get showcased enough at the Oscars, which that's true. But I feel like Will and Jada were selfish and tried to make it about them and not about black actresses and black actors and black directors and black writers who don't get showcased enough at the Oscars. So they turned that into a thing where it was like hashtag Oscars so white. So what did the Oscars do? They got Chris Rock to host the Oscars, and Chris Rock made jokes about Will and Jada. He's a comedian. Like that's what a comedian does. A comedian tells jokes. Like I don't understand this constant urge for people to try to control what a comedian says. A comedian is not supposed to. A comedian is not supposed to make you feel comfortable with the jokes they say. They're not. There are comedians who make jokes about every single race, religion, creed, yellow, whatever, and still and they come under fire. They come under backlash. That is why comedians, like, they probably have one of the most dangerous jobs. They try their best to talk about everything and turn it into a joke to make light of certain situations. And then also comedians are there to make you feel uncomfortable while feeling comfortable. They'll talk about something you like, and then they'll talk about something you don't like. That's what a comedian does. And their job is constantly being mandated and regulated by cancel culture. Unfortunately. So yeah, that's what happened with, that is why this whole that is what it really happened. That's how we got here to the slap. It's all because of the Oscars and how they were upset. Will and Jada were upset that he didn't get nominated for a movie. By the way, a movie that wasn't really well received in the first place for an Oscar. And then he comes back and slaps Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife. And then after he gets slapped, they allow that same person who went up and slapped somebody on stage to get his award. And then he sat up there and cried. Like, what? If let's just say Amy Schumer was up on stage, right? And Demi Moore got up and slapped Amy Schumer, I'm sure Demi Moore wouldn't have been able to go up on stage later on to accept no damn award. I don't think that would have happened. But they totally missed this whole situation by allowing Will Smith to really get on stage and get an award. Like, bro, I would have told bro, like, nah, man, you just created a whole hostile environment by slapping somebody on stage. It's embarrassing. Like I said, you can't tell somebody who is a victim in a situation like this how to react. And then Chris Rock ain't like on TV, on the internet, boo-hooing and crying about it. So he's a victim, but he's not playing the victim card. He's going on about his life. He's tried his best to suppress it for this moment. So,
on this bitch. She started.
Man.
Nobody was picking on her. She said, me, a fucking grown ass man, should quit his job because her husband didn't get nominated for concussion. And then this nigga gives me a fucking concussion, okay? What the fuck, man? I love Will Smith. My whole life, I love this nigga. I saw him open up for Run DMC at the Nassau Coliseum. These niggas make brand new funk. I love this nigga. He made some great movies. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this motherfucker, okay? And now, I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped.
Now, honestly, it's safe to say that this relation, you can tell from like going to go actually watch this whole entire this part of the special that Chris Rock is actually like hurt that like bro would even go that far with him. Like I just said in the last part, like what you just heard him say, he's like, bro, I have rooted for this dude like since we both been in the business of entertainment. I have thoroughly enjoyed his movies. Like they were really friends, for real friends. And it's like now the relationship I don't think will ever be repaired. No, it doesn't matter how many times Will Smith apologizes to Chris Rock. And then now Chris Rock has responded, and I don't feel like I don't feel like anything can help this. Whatever relationship they had as friends, I don't think it'll ever be repaired. It's too much. It's too much embarrassment. It's too much. Like the internet is never gonna let Will Smith forget this, and the internet is definitely never gonna let Chris Rock forget this. And you know what's even more crazy, that after all of this, now we get to the point where like people are, you know, there are black people who do not like Chris Rock at all. There are black people who do not like Chris Rock at all because of, you know, there's like a clip back then of Jerry Seinfeld, Louis C.K. and Ricky Gervais sitting on a show, and Louis C.K. and Ricky Gervais dropped the N-word and Chris Rock doesn't do nothing. So that's one reason I believe. And people will say that he's like a comedian who I guess makes fun of black people more than white people or something like that. Some mess like that. Like, it goes back to my argument again, man. Comedians are supposed to make fun of comedians are not supposed to just coddle any situation. Comedians are supposed to make fun of everything. But cancel culture just keeps trying to regulate every single entity inside of the comedy space. That it's hard to be a comedian because cancel culture wants to coddle wants whatever group to be coddled. It's like Dave Chappelle can't talk about the LGBTQ community, but it's okay for him to talk about his own people, right? He could talk about white people, but the moment he says anything about GAY people, then that's when it's wrong. Then that's when it's not funny. When he start making fun of like presidents or something like that, that's when it's not funny. Like, comedians are not here to only make y'all laugh. They're here to make y'all think too. Just remember that whenever you go look at a special, like, comedians are not only here to make you laugh, but they're here to make you think, and they're here to make you uncomfortable as well. So I think, generally speaking, in my opinion, Chris Rock responded the way only Chris Rock can respond. If you don't like it, don't watch Chris Rock's specials anymore. Don't look at anything that has to do with Chris Rock. Slandering his name on the internet ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna do nothing. Chris Rock is still gonna be famous tomorrow. Chris Rock is still gonna have money tomorrow. Chris Rock is still gonna have a fan base of people that support him, whether you like it or not. Sorry. That's just what I think about it. I mean, the only thing, like, this is just honestly, at the end of the day, this is between those three people. Will Smith, regardless of the backlash he has received for slapping another black man on television, he still has money, he's still famous, and he still has a production company, and he still has family that love him. So it's like, this is between the three of them at the end of the day.